Welcome to Be Your Own Hero podcast, where we will discover that we can be our own heroes in our lives and that we don't have to always look outside for a mentor and for a hero in somebody else. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do, but I'm saying that sometimes it might be better to realize that you can be your own hero in your life, because sometimes it's hard to find somebody else who can fulfill that role. And it's also can be very uplifting for you to realize, oh, I've been able to be a hero for myself by loving this unfortunate traumatic event that I went through, whether it was abuse or losing a loved one or losing a friend or having a relationship end or losing your job, that you were able to rise above that incident and be able to strengthen you and to destroy you with your down. And, speaking from personal experience, I definitely have had some of those experiences in my life. And I have chosen to let them strengthen me. And yes, there have been times where they've broken me down and made it harder for me to live because I've been depressed or I've been more anxious or nervous because of them. But ultimately, I didn't let myself as well in that state of being broken down for a very long time. I got myself back up by going to therapy and by surrounding myself with very supportive friends and family and those that were able to help me guide me through that journey. And so today's episode will be about the general view of personal things that I've gone through that I consider I've been a hero in my life. And then the next episode will be going into more detail of some of those events and breaking them down into how they have affected and changed my life, and how they have impacted me more today than how they impacted me when I first disclosed about them and when I was first healing from them. Healing was an ongoing process, it doesn't end, unfortunately. And I think that's actually definitely misguided, because in order to heal and let go of something completely, you're going to be working on it your entire life. And that's something really hard. Oh, and also I will want to interview others who have gone through similar experiences, like I mentioned in the beginning of this introduction. So please email me if you want to be interviewed, and you can go into your experience as much as you are comfortable with, and being able to share what you're comfortable with. Because I know sometimes things can be really personal and it can be hard to put things about them. So I will leave my email in the podcast description for you if you want to see. Okay, so honestly, I'm not doing great right now, but I wanted to share with you why, because I can be vulnerable with you guys, and I'm okay with doing that. Okay, so here it goes. As you know, I have NLD, and I have chronic migraines, and have for the past, it'll be 9 years this May, I think. And it's challenging because my doctors don't really know what caused my migraines, and they don't know about, well, they do know about my NLD, but there's no research out there about
migraines and NLD, and at least next to nothing. Yes, I'm a little choked up, and honestly, I'm not using the script for this, so I might ramble with this, but I think that's okay. I'm trying to speak from the heart right now and get some things off my chest. What am I trying to say? I guess what I'm trying to say is it's frustrating for me because I've tried at least, I don't know, probably 40 or 50 different medications, whether they're natural or medical, and they seem to help with the migraines for a few months, whether that's 3 or 5, and then they stop working because your body gets used to them, and then it doesn't want to let them help anymore. At least that's what my doctors tell me, my neurologist or my primary doctor. And I know that my doctors care, but when when my prescription stopped working for my migraines or for whatever I'm taking them for, and I try something else, or I feel like trying something else, it's not so much the price that I'm concerned about. It's more, is it worth it? Is it going to do something else to my body? Is it really going to help, or is it just going to be another lost cause? It makes me feel like a lab rat. I feel sick. I feel invisible. I'm frustrated. I feel like giving up. I don't want to go off what I'm trying because some of it does help. I don't want to be in constant pain because sometimes I feel like a sledgehammer has hit my head, and sometimes I'm nauseous, and sometimes I can't eat very much. I try to eat because I know I need to. I'm still working on writing podcast scripts. It's been challenging to do that on top of my workload, and my work hasn't been impacted the last few months. I've been making more mistakes that I used to not make, and I've been apologizing about that to my parents, and I'm not happy about that, and neither are they. And I'm trying to work on what I know causes my migraines, which is stress and things from my past, and trying to manage those, and trying to manage how I respond to it and can control it, because I thought I hit another car the other day, this past week, on what was it, Wednesday? Yeah. And luckily I didn't. It was a close call, but with NLD and driving, I usually don't drive that often because of my migraines. Sometimes I can't drive because of how much pain I'm in. And it's hard for me to drive because of the visual spatial factor with NLD, and multitasking and making sure that I'm paying attention, which I've gotten better at with all those factors. But even still, then it's challenging in making sure that I'm mindful and safe, and that I'm, doing everything I need to. And I've done episodes on driving and on car accidents before, so I'm not going to go into it that much. But I got rattled again, and I got shocked, and I went in a downward spiral because I was like, I can't have anything else on my record. before my dad checked to see if I did, before my dad checked my car to see if I did hit the other car, and luckily I didn't, but I couldn't, when I was checking, I couldn't tell because of how many dents are on my car from the other accidents I've been in. Anyways, those are connected to the migraines because of it being challenging to drive sometimes because of the physical pain I'm in and not trusting myself to get to where I want to go safely. But what I do want to share with you is a quote that I just kind of read to myself to remind myself that I can do this, even if I hesitate or question myself sometimes. I can do it. It's from Lana Raphael. I think it's brave that you get up in the morning even if your soul is worried and your bones ache for a rest. I think it's brave that you keep on living even if you don't know how to anymore. I think it's brave that you push away the waves rolling in every day and you decide to fight again. I know there are days when you feel like giving up. I think it's brave that you never do. That was Lana Raphael. If you would like to listen to more episodes about my migraines or about NLD, please go to livingwithnld.com and go to the episode page. There's plenty of them there. You might have to go back a few pages to look for them. I'm not really sure what numbers they are right now. Sorry about that. But I'm just keeping this one short for today because it's a little hard for me to do a longer one right now. But there are articles out there that I've used before in the past on these topics of NLD and migraines and driving. So feel free to do some of the research that you would like to in terms of what I've cited before or some of your own research. I will keep you posted and I will chat with you next week. Hope you guys are doing better than I am. Thanks for listening.
I hope you were able to get some insight and some lessons and messages out of this first episode of Shero, Be Your Own Hero. And I hope that you will be able to use it to help you guide yourself through whatever you might be going through, whether it's challenging for you or maybe you know somebody else who's going through something that's challenging for them, and be able to help them be there or help yourself be there. And I look forward to chatting with you next Saturday again about how you can be your own hero.